We are back here on Wrestling Reality presented by Ticket King. Of course, ticketking.net. That's the place you want to go to get your WWE tickets. Right now, we are happy to be joined. Our guest at this time, he is the Hall of Famer and, of course, new Raw General Manager, Pittsburgh's own Kurt Angle. Kurt, how are you today?
I'm doing great, thank you.
Kurt, I'm going to jump right in. Of course, I want to let everybody know, we're getting the privilege to talk to you right now, but you will have a live online Q&A coming up on April 27th at 9 p.m., and folks can participate by downloading the Angle Strong app on iOS or Android. Talk to me about this Angle Strong app first before we get into anything else.
Well, there are 21 million people in America with a drug disorder, and I'd say about 10% end up going to rehab. And of that 10%, that 2 million, 5% stay in recovery. So you're talking about 100,000 people out of 21 million that have issues with drugs or alcohol. That's a very low amount that stay in recovery. So I wanted to come up with something that would give them structure after they get out of rehab. Recovering addicts have a lot of structure in rehab. They get the right amount of rest, they diet, they exercise, they learn about the disease, they go to classes. It's really nice and easily structured. It's really easy to clean in there, but the problem is when they get out, there's no aftercare. You can go to a counselor or a psychiatrist, but it'll be costly. And you can also go to AA meetings or NA meetings, but if you're a father of 5 kids and you have a job and you don't have time to really do that every day, it's really difficult to get there. So I wanted to come up with something, an initiative, the AngleStrong.com initiative, to help people stay in recovery after they get out of rehab. And that's when we came up with the Strong app. It does everything for you. It's an app where you sign up, you put in your profile, and you have a lifeline, whether they're your family, your loved ones, or your sponsor. And you check in every day. You answer the questions. If you don't check in, your lifelines are notified. So it holds you accountable. We want your families and loved ones to have some form of contact with you without being overbearing. But we wanted you to take responsibility and have people at least watching over you while you're staying in recovery. It's also GPS enabled, so if you do relapse, we're going to find you. So we're really we're trying to help save lives, and we're trying to keep people in recovery.
Wow, that's a very innovative, very technological app, and of course, it's for a great cause. What was the motivation to make you want to help and give back and help people out that are dealing with addictions?
Well, I kept in touch with a lot of people that I went to rehab with. There are about 30 of us in there. Of those 30, I'd say at least 26 relapsed not long after they were in there. It's really difficult to get out of there and get to the real world and not have any type of structure, and you're back to to what you were doing before, and you have these you're going to have these things that will taunt you. Driving by your favorite bar, going by the pharmacy where you used to get your drug, or if you were doing heroin, if you go by the corner where you used to pick up the drug, you end up tendencies. It's really hard to stay focused on your recovery. So we wanted people to be able to stay clean and live their lives good. It's more of a positive system. It's not the old things are going to be difficult for a while. You're going to relapse. You're going to mess up. Once you do, just get back on the wagon. We want you to embrace your new life and have fun with it, and also talk about your disease. When I got out of rehab, my agent told me, don't talk about it. Don't tell anybody about it. Keep it quiet. But it didn't help anybody, and it wasn't helping me. The more I talk about it, the more I want to stay clean. So it's a different approach to how it used to be, but we're trying to make it more positive.
And again, that's the Angle Strong app that you can download, and there'll be a live Q&A on April 27th at 9 p.m. With Kurt. Kurt, you're coming off of the rush, the high of the Hall of Fame week. You were inducted, deservingly so. Talk to me about that week. I'm sure there had to be guys you hadn't seen in years, and people you were meeting for the first time. What was that Saturday like, particularly?
Well, we had the Hall of Fame on Friday.
Friday, excuse me. Sorry.
But I actually like that because when I was in WWE, it was on Saturday, and it ran late into the night. Then you had WrestleMania Sunday. So I think the reason they have it on Friday is so the boys and girls can get rest before their matches. But it was a lot of fun. You know, I was seeing the old faces. A lot of guys that I got inducted with, Teddy Long and Diamond Dallas Page, you know, Beth Phoenix, were people that I knew quite well before I left WWE 11 years ago. But to see the new faces, it's a lot different now. I give the WWE a lot of credit. They're putting the talent first. They really take care of the talent. There's a lot of things now that take care of them. They have masseuses on site. They have catering all day and all night. You know, they have the drug policy is incredible. You know, the crazy thing is, you know, 12 years ago they didn't have that type of policy. Now it's very strict, and they keep their athletes clean. I love it. And also the physicals, the wellness policy. You know, when I wrestled Brock Lesnar in WrestleMania 19, my neck was broken. I had my own doctor clear me. You know, WWE doctors now have to clear you. So I'll give you an example. Daniel Bryan, you know, he had the same thing as I did. I wrestled. He's not allowed to wrestle ever again. So they're taking care of their athletes. They're making sure that nothing bad goes, you know, nothing negative goes on with them. I think WWE is a lot different now, and seeing it now, it makes me feel good about where they are at this point in time. And seeing the new faces, you could tell the athletes are healthier. They're clean. They're healthier. They're taking care of their bodies. There's a better communication system. So I love the way it is now.
Kurt, what was it like? I'm sure you've talked to him obviously many times over the past months as this has been building to the Hall of Fame. What was it like to get to sit and see Vince McMahon again and take pictures with him and was it a lot of reminiscing? Was it a talk about the future? What was the conversations like?
It was more of we touched briefly on the past and what went wrong, and you know, Vince said, "Hey, that's all water under the bridge." You know, he was always my father, and we had a great relationship. We obviously didn't talk for 11 years. And the problem is, in 2006, when we met and I asked for my release and the WWE released me, we were in that. We both didn't get what we wanted. You know, I wanted to continue to take my drugs and wrestle for the company on a part-time basis. Vince wanted me to go to rehab and wrestle full-time. So it was one of those things where we both wanted to stay. We both wanted me to stay, but we both had different views on how I wanted to stay. And neither one got what they wanted. So I left the company. I know Vince wasn't happy. I wasn't happy. And it was one of those things that, you know, 11 years later, to say, hey, that's water under a bridge. Let's just move on and go from here. Vince showed me the kind of person he really is. He's always been giving and caring. You know, he can be a hard ass, but you know, when you're a successful CEO like him, you have to be. But at the same time, the guy's got a big heart, and he's always taking care of talent, and I appreciate that about him. I just wish I would have done what he wanted me to do 11 years ago, and I didn't.